this is where the smell's coming from. Be ready for anything, guys.
Is this some kind of birdcage?
What is this doing here?
And where's Alice?
She doesn't seem to be here.
Hey, look!
Is that a treasure? No, I can tell now this is something completely different from a treasure.
Everyone, hide! Shadows ahead.
What are they doing here?
Have you brought all the desires?
Yes, sir. This is all of them so far.
Desires?
More are coming soon. Capture every last one of them, seize their desires, and bring them here.
Understood, sir.
Hey, those are
desires?
Yeah, they're the same as what we saw the other day.
Where'd they go? What was all that?
They said they were bringing desires here, right?
So those jewels are the desires? They looked like they got sucked up into that light.
There's no question. That treasure-like shimmering up there, that's the desire.
That is?
We did hear Alice was collecting them.
But that was a pile of gems. How come they turned into that shimmery thing?
This is just speculation, but maybe that up there's the original form of a desire? After all, people's desires don't naturally have a single concrete form, because we all find our own desires precious. That could be why they look like gems here. When the people had their desires seized by the shadows, they consciously felt them being taken, so the desires took form then.
But what turned them back into light? Their desires are still stolen.
Maybe Alice is considered their owner now that they're in her birdcage here. Alice doesn't seem to believe they can be stolen back. That's why they turned back into their base form.
It does seem to follow logically.
At any rate, if we reclaim the desires and release them from this cage, the people may well return to normal.
Yeah, that's definitely worth a try.
One moment. How does one steal light? A calling card? What is that?
It's how we make that shimmery light take material form. If we make the owner aware that someone is after their treasure, it takes form. Desires should work the same way. To do it, we send a calling card to our target that says we're going to steal whatever is most precious to them.
I got it. I think.
Are we sure it'll work, though? This isn't a palace with a treasure.
Nothing is obtained without action. We must at least try first.
For now, let's focus on securing our infiltration route.
Hell yeah! I'm getting there first!
Are you okay?
What was that?
I swear Skull ran into some kind of jail cell door. Is there another barrier?
Am I hearing something?
Sophie, wait!
You just go away.
What do you think you're doing looking at the guys like that?
She is like such a waste of space, you know? Totally. She's such a loser. It hurts to look at her.
No.
What the hell was that?
You heard it too? A memory hidden by the Monarch.
Sophie, are you all right?
No problem here. However, I did figure something out. That memory we heard is the key to the barrier.
How's that?
This cage is currently locked. You're right. What's that doing there? It will require a key, which we will find in the room those voices came from. It will be some sort of secret room, but we can't find this room here. We need to return to reality for that.
Reality? Why is that?
The room has been completely isolated. Its entrance exists only in the real world.
How'd you know all that? One of your programs or something?
I do not know. I merely sense it.
Maybe the lock on this cage is somehow linked to a lock in Alice's heart.
Mona-chan?
If Sophie's right, what we heard just now is a memory of the Monarch. That means it's extremely important to her. I have a feeling that memory is acting as the lock on her heart, keeping us from getting past that door.
So the lock's an important memory.
It's only natural that the key to this place would be hidden somewhere that no one would find.
That logic is indeed sound, but how is it possible?
This is all just speculation so far. I've never seen anything like this either.
This could be another difference between the palaces and this jail.
We can't reach the secret room in this world, you said?
Correct. We must find the location in reality instead.
And that would be...
I was not able to detect it. But it should be related to those voices somehow, right?
I could be wrong, but didn't it sound like someone was getting bullied?
Looking at guys like that. Maybe school age?
That could be.
Brilliant deduction, Panther.
I'm just no stranger to hearing that kind of stuff, is all.
Panther.
If she's right, does that mean the key we need is somewhere in Alice's old school?
That would be logical.
All right, let's go do some investigating back in the real world next. We're gonna need a calling card, too. Looks like we've got our work cut out for us.
What the what? How are there no results?
Really? But isn't stuff like where celebs went to high school easy to find online?
Usually, yeah. But this time, no hits, even on the underground sites. All I'm seeing is fake info from deluded fans. Even if she changed her name, there'd still be traces of that somewhere. Usually.
Shit, even you can't find Futaba?
This reeks of a serious scrub job. Someone, probably her, intentionally hid her past.
This is quite the setback. If we don't discover Alice's alma mater, we'll never find a way into that secret room.
But isn't it, like, impossible to just erase stuff from the internet on your own?
How else could we approach this?
What if Mako-chan's sister looks into it for us? She's a prosecutor turned lawyer. Maybe she'll have access to useful intel we couldn't gather ourselves.
Oh, that could work. Think it's doable, Makoto?
I don't have a problem doing it, but how exactly would I go about asking? Personal information and histories are legally protected, so I doubt she'd readily agree to hand that over to us.
Yeah, just asking her to tell us where Alice went to school is not gonna fly.
I hear you there. I really don't want to wind up on the other side of the table with her getting all, "Answer me!"
Ah, okay. Alice Hiragi's school.
It's the guy from...
The shady detective.
I'm pub sec, not just some cop detective. Wait, I'm not shady.
Yes, quite.
These kids are something else. Would you quit saying that kind of stuff with that smile on your face?
So what do you want?
Come on, enough of the cold shoulder. You know I'm trying to help you out.
You help us?
You want to know where Alice Hiragi went to school, right? But you can't find where that is. And that's exactly how someone wants it. For some reason, there's almost no personal info available on Alice Hiragi, especially prior to her debut. That is just a big old blank. So, since this is giving you all a hard time, I've swooped in to lend a hand. Intel on Alice would be no sweat for me over in PubSec HQ, so how about it? Want some help?
Nah, we're good. We'll handle it on our own.
Yep, just a little more time and I'll get it myself.
Great, happy to help. But wait, come on now. This is a real deal connection here. Just be grateful and take the intel.
We're sorry, we just have zero trust in the police.
I told you to stop smiling when you say that. Fine. I've got to earn your trust first. I get it. Alice Hiragi is your senpai.
She a attended Kosei High?
No, everyone's senpai but yours.
She went to Shujin?
And don't forget it. Because you owe me one now. Got it?
Well, there he goes.
It's hard to gauge whether he's friend or foe.
More importantly, how did he know where Alice went to school?
Could the police already have their eyes on her as well?
It's possible. And it would mean
That we can trust him. For now, at least.
Well, I guess all we can do now is try it. We can find the secret room if we go to Shujin, right?
That appears to be correct. Everything should go and we'll have access.
Wow, huh? Sure. Got it.
With that settled, let's all head to Shujin now. There's no point in dawdling here.
yeah, Makoto's right. Time to check out Shujin Academy.
Are we sure this is right? I'm not seeing anything weird.
I have no doubt. This place gives me the same sensation as when I touched the birdcage.
Think this is what would bring me back here. I may have graduated from here, but it still feels wrong to go in without permission.
Permission granted. I'm still a student here, you know.
Still, I had no idea Alice Hiragi graduated from Shujin.
I didn't either. And I figured a student council president would know better than anyone about celebrity graduates.
Perhaps she had a past here that she wished to erase.
What do you mean?
Those voices we heard in her jail. Those cutting words and that painful cry. I don't know whether she was one of the instigators or the victim of such bullying. However she experienced it. It left such a gaping wound in her heart that she refuses to even acknowledge the truth of the matter.
And that truth took place right here.
So that's why Shujin has a secret room.
Well, we should get moving. What's next?
We may not be in Shibuya, but this place is still linked to its jail. Inputting the proper Emma keyword should permit access as usual.
Okay, let's try it. Everybody ready?
Yeah, we're ready. Keyword, Wonderland.
Keyword successfully entered. Beginning navigation.
So, it's a classroom?
Is this what a school is like? It's rather different than how the internet makes it appear.
The cognitive distortion's really strong here. What's going on?
Hey, look! Ah, a ghost!
Are you seriously crying? Ugh, how pathetic. Trying to get us to go easy on you. You tricked him the same way too, didn't you?
No, I'd never do that.
What? What is this?
God, you're disgusting. Serious. Why are you still alive? Do us a favor and die already.
What the hell?
Careful, here it comes!
Can't you get it through your thick skull? No one wants you around.
Oh shit, what the hell is going on? This thing just flipped out of nowhere!
The room's also changed. Are these prison cells?
No time! Here it comes! Look sharp, folks!
This birdcage. It's just like the one back in Shibuya.
Does this mean that bastard Natsume's kicking it somewhere inside?
I'd like to say we should just bust our way in, but... How does it look, Sophie?
It looks like it's still locked. We'll need someone to touch it so we can hear the voices in his heart.
Okay then. You're up, Skull.
Uh-huh.
Well, it looks like it's gonna hurt, and it doesn't seem right to ask Sophie to do it.
Oh, but it's cool if I do it?
Oh, come on, Skull. You're, tough.
And he's already experienced it once before. If anything, he's the ideal candidate.
And it'd just make us look like a bunch of dorks. All right, do it.
I could do it if you want.
It's cool, I got it.
Thank you, Skull.
Sheesh, you'd think someone his age would have at least some talent.
Like it matters. This kid's gonna make us a fortune.
Yeah, I'm hearing voices all right.
These voices are somehow related to Natsume's emotional scars?
Most likely. We just need to listen to the conversation and figure out the source of his trauma from there.
So we're looking for something like what Shujin Academy was to Alice.
We should keep listening. There's bound to be some sort of clue here.
Sir, try to keep your voice down. He'll be back any minute.
Oh, come off it. Can you really blame me for complaining? I'm the one who has to read his crap every day.
The kid's got motivation, but that's about all he's got. Seems any talent for writing in that family died with his grandfather. Oh, excuse me. Can I get another Gatorade coffee?
Yes, sir. Just a moment.
Well, he's still our little money tree. No way in hell we're letting him go.
You're terrible, sir.
What's going on here? Ow! Damn, this shit hurts.
Thanks to that, however, we've managed to hear a good amount.
I didn't really get it, but it sounded like some kind of cafe.
Indeed. I heard one of them say Gatore Coffee.
Right, Gatori is the name of a cafe chain. But I don't think I saw any around Sendai Station.
If there aren't a lot of them, it'll make finding the right one that much easier.
Well, at the very least, we've got a lead on finding the trauma room now.
Right. Let's get out of here and find us a coffee shop.
This is the request.
All right, we're on the hunt for a Gatore coffee. First, let's find out how many are in the area.
Gatori Coffee. Got it. There's only one that's close to Sendai Station.
Whoa, that was fast.
It's a bit of a walk, but I'll be happy to guide you to the destination. You're amazing, Sophia. It's like you were made to be a navigator.
But being the navigator's my job. Where's that coming from?
It's simply a question of having the right person for the right job. Fear not, Futaba. There are plenty of things only you can do.
Huh, I guess that's true. Nobody else can act like a weirdo quite like you do, Inari.
Who are you calling a weirdo?
All right, guess we'll just head over to the cafe then, yeah?
Yeah, let's get going.
Okay, I've got it.
This is it. Gatore Coffee.
I can smell the coffee. It seems to be just an ordinary cafe.
Are we sure we have the right place?
We'll just have to put in the keyword and see.
All right, let's make it happen. The trauma cell's calling our names.
Trauma cell?
It's just a name I came up with. Trauma room sounds like some kind of cheesy hospital drama.
Call it whatever you want. We gotta roll.
The key to opening that birdcage has got to be here somewhere. Do you remember the keyword?
Of course. It's Prince of Nightmares.
It's just like what happened in Shibuya. This is where Natsume's trauma comes from.
What could have happened to him, I wonder?
Shh. Someone's up ahead.
Are you sure about this? Awarding him the grand prize for that? Ango Natsume. The kid's entered every contest, but he's never made it past the first stage. He's as stubborn as he is incompetent. What's more, his writing is so painfully generic, it only becomes more obvious when you compare it to the other candidates.
What? That voice. Is it Natsume?
It can't be. Acknowledged my work.
It's fine. He's the great Sogo Natsume's grandson, remember? Brand recognition is a huge part of marketability. Nobody gives a rat's ass about what's beyond the cover. Though a certain someone seems to think he's actually worth a damn.
Poor kid can't even see just how hopeless he really is. Seriously, it's pathetic.
Oh, I'm trying as hard as I can.
No skin off my nose, so long as he keeps raking it in. We hit the jackpot with that one, and I plan on riding him straight to the top. And if he does by some miracle make something decent of himself, well then everyone wins, right?
These guys are the worst.
Here it comes!
Whew. Well, I guess that does it.
We can get inside the birdcage now, right? Better get going then.
Wait, but what was that we just saw?
Seems Ango Natsume wasn't given that award on his own merit. Those editors just used him for his name.
So, there was a secret behind that novel after all.
But he's not a bad guy, is he? It sounded like he entered the competition a whole bunch of times.
And just when he thought his hard work was paying off, he had to hear all that. It must have been devastating.
Those editors are horrible. They knew his writing wasn't good enough, but they still gave him the prize just so they could make money.
It still doesn't justify what he's doing now.
Nevertheless, I'm beginning to understand how he feels.
Fox?
Rising to fame atop stolen ideas, pulling at people's emotions with a fabricated story. Even worse, robbing others of their free will, changing their hearts, and wallowing in his own vanity. These crimes are unforgivable. There's no denying that he's been a fool, and yet, in spite of all that, it doesn't change the fact that Natsume spent years giving it everything he had. Creative work is often a lonely endeavor, and battling against that loneliness is truly a challenge in and of itself. As if it wasn't hard enough, if you don't produce results, no one will even think twice about you. One might even begin to think that such dark and unfulfilling times are all that's in store. Had I taken one wrong step, I may very well have turned out to be just as hideous as him.
Inari.
It's thanks to your friendship that I didn't stray from the path. He, however, doesn't seem to have anyone. Natsume should know better than most that there's no meaning in superficial glory. Now he's turned his back on what he truly wants to write for the sake of spinning this infernal novel of lies. Someone needs to bring him back to his senses.
You seem pretty motivated this time around, Inari.
As one who's dedicated his life to art, I simply cannot condone his actions. Now, let us bring this to an end. We'll send the calling card, then wrest the Overlord from his throne.
Everyone, look!
Oh, it's the Desires!
That means the throne room's just ahead. Let's not waste any time.
So this is where the Monarch of Sapporo resides.
Is this all carved ice? It must be really cold.
A frozen cage that denies all entry. Does this represent her distrust for all others?
You don't look so good. Are you alright? Mm-hmm. I should be.
Then let us proceed as usual. Skull, it's up to you.
I don't know why you're volunteering me, but here goes nothing.
You did this? It's all your fault? How could you be so ignorant? Did you not think a snow sculpture could collapse?
I apologize on behalf of our staff.
Here it comes.
Collapsing snow sculpture.
This is where she... It must have been so heavy. It must have been so painful. Get me back, Kaho. Give me back my daughter. My precious little girl.
The accident resulted from my own personal oversight. Truly, I'm so sorry.
Is the mayor the one apologizing?
Shh! There's still more.
Well, I didn't think the statue'd fall on anybody. But isn't this the mayor's responsibility in the end? Well, besides, who can blame me? Well, we don't get paid nearly enough. Nothing wrong with taking a little kickback here and there.
Those voices must be the root of Mariko Hyoda's trauma.
So, that snow sculpture incident. Didn't we first hear about it at the park?
We did, but I had no idea. Could Mari-san have really been involved?
Is that the source of her trauma? Taking the blame for that incident?
Don't forget the guy's voice. Sounded like he was trying to pass the blame on someone.
At any rate, this is vital information. Let's go back to reality and confirm the truth.
I dug up some articles about the snow sculpture incident. Let me fill you guys in. 2 years ago, a large snow sculpture collapsed during the December Snow Festival sponsored by Sapporo Central City. Kaho Nanase-chan, a 9-year-old girl, was caught in the collapse and died. Despite Mayor Hyodo's apology, the accident was ruled as an unforeseeable disaster. Therefore, she wasn't held liable.
Oh, so that's what the flowers in the park were for.
I wonder if the voice accusing Mari-san was the poor girl's mother. So this is Mari-san's trauma.
That park where the snow festival was held is probably where the accident happened.
Yeah, let's use Emma and enter the keyword there.
This is where the accident happened, isn't it?
If we put in the keyword here, we should be able to access the trauma cell.
There may be enemies ahead. You sure you guys are ready?
That's right. I want to see what happened to Mari-san with my own 2 eyes. The keyword is Snow City.
Keyword successfully entered. Beginning navigation.
What is this?
It looks like this is the Snow Festival.
Check out those 2 suits over there.
I didn't know you were accepting rebates. I see a career man in the making.
Sir, would you please be discreet about this?
I could do that, but in return, you need to do me a favor. I want her to take full responsibility for the incident. That way, she'll resign. Once that happens, I'll be the new mayor in town, and you'll be my well-paid associate. You will cooperate, won't you?
Yes. Yes, of course.
What did you just say?
Ah! The mayor!
Oh, it seems I've been found out.
It's not what it looks like, Mayor. This is really...
Mayor? Does he mean Mayor Hyodo?
Then, Mari-san saw this happen?
I had no idea you were behind this, that anyone was behind this.
Huh. You really don't get it, do you? Well, this festival is held by the city, meaning it comes out of the taxpayer's pocket. I figured, why not lower costs and hire cheaper construction? But what's wrong with getting compensated for it? The rest of our staff makes these deals all the time. So what's the harm in one little mishap? That sculpture collapse was just bad luck.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. I'm calling the police.
What? Go ahead and do it, but I'm bringing you down with me.
What?
I'm gonna testify that I did it under your orders. Then you'll be ruined. Well, after all, you're the one in charge here. See, I even have the papers you signed. Right here.
Such an unfortunate turn of events. Sorry to say, but you're finished, Mayor.
You're a councilman, aren't you? Don't you want to do the right thing?
As far as I'm concerned, that's whatever's right for me.
Well, are you finally ready to listen? Answer me, Mayor.
Be ready.
How can you blame a peon like me? We don't get paid enough for this. This world revolves around money. Money talks, bullshit walks, Mayor.
Bastard! Threatened the mayor? Is that it?
I had no idea Mari-san went through something like this. Something so awful.
Think later, act now. We've got a real fight in our hands here. Well, that's all of them. We can get into the throne room now.
Who were those guys? They were arguing with the mayor just now.
One was a city employee. The other must have been a councilman. Someone higher up on the ladder. Anyway, it seems this employee accepted an illegal donation from the contractor who ended up building the sculpture.
Payment for landing them the job. In other words, bribery. We don't know if the sculpture collapsed due to a structural issue or a general lack of care. The result is still the same.
Either way, the councilman was in the know. Not only that, he tried using a fatal accident to take Mayor Hyodo's position. Something along those lines.
Unforgivable.
Everything makes sense now. Hyodo overheard this conversation by chance and found out the truth about the accident. Not only was it someone from the city, but even her own staff had blackmailed her.
It's messed up! These greedy assholes only wanted money and power!
Now I have a better understanding of what Hyodo must be thinking. When she found out those around her were immoral, she became determined to purge the corruption above all else.
That's why she's overworking her staff and trying to push her ethics bill through.
And on top of it, she's trying to manipulate the people into re-electing her.
Mari-san.
Well, no matter what the reason, the birdcage is finally open. Let's head back to the hideout and discuss the specifics of the calling card.
Everyone, look!
A birdcage? So this place has one too?
Every jail we've seen so far has.
But why would Konoe's jail possess one? Is he not the mastermind behind all this?
I don't know. Konoe is supposed to be the one who created the jails, so he would have to know how they work. It wouldn't make sense otherwise. In which case, the only explanation is that he's trapped himself here with trauma of his own.
Why would he do something like that?
It could be necessary to creating a jail.
Does that mean Konoe's got some dark past too?
A guy that confident? I don't know. Doesn't really fit his image, if you ask me.
So what's the plan then? You said we need a key if we want to open this thing, right?
That's correct. And we can get a hint as to its whereabouts by touching the birdcage.
No, let me do it. I could use the experience.
Good luck. Make sure you don't let go right away.
Don't go crying on us, Gramps.
Huh?
Oof, listen to that wolf howl.
I've heard stories of cries that could shake the heavens. Could this be one of them? It's almost operatic.
You guys don't even know, man. That shit seriously hurts.
Quiet! I hear something.
Abuse? Please, that's ridiculous. We do have a dog. Maybe that's what they heard? Right, Akira?
Hey, whose voice is that?
It doesn't seem to be Konoe's.
But he said Akira. Isn't that Konoe's first name?
Whether it was your dog or not, Konoe-san, we got a tip that you've been physically abusing your son. Apparently, Akira-kun has a scar on his arm to prove it.
Look, he fell over. How many times do I have to say it? Are we done here? I'd like to be left alone.
You little shit! You see all this trouble you're causing me?
Keep your goddamn mouth shut and do as I say.
Damn. What the hell was that?
Konoe's past. We were viewing the trauma he keeps locked away in his heart.
Trauma?
There, good boy. Who's a good boy?
What am I, a pet? You guys could have warned me about that.
Well, it's not like you asked.
I feel like I've heard that excuse before.
Yeah, from yourself.
Getting back on track, I heard one of the voices mention something about abuse.
Was Konoe abused by his father?
That's terrible.
It's pretty messed up, but it doesn't justify all the skeevy shit he's been doing.
Indeed. What's past is past. Nothing changes the fact that Akira Konoe is an incredibly dangerous man who changes others' hearts and robs them of their free will.
Right. We've got to stop him.
So if being abused is the source of his trauma, then what exactly is his plan here?
Just gonna have to ask him about it. Up close and personal.
Yeah, but first, we need the key to the birdcage. Let's head back to the real world and try to find the source of that voice.
Hey, Joker? Was Konoe really treated badly by his own father? Zenkichi and Akane were on bad terms, but nothing like that ever happened between them. Why did that happen to Konoe? Aren't they family? So some humans are just like that then. Joker, do you think family is important? I do too. If I ever get family or friends, I want to support them as much as I can. I learned that from the Phantom Thieves. I wonder how Konoe must have felt back then.
Hey, come on you two, let's get going!
Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's go, Joker.
We're here. This is the place.
So this is Akira Konoe's family home?
Do you suppose Konoe's father still lives here?
No. He died 20 years ago.
What?
I found some police records of an incident that happened here back then. A burglar forced his way into the home and stabbed Konoe's father to death.
How tragic.
Most items of value were gone, so it was ruled as both a robbery and a homicide. They never found the culprit.
And what did Konoe do? He lived here too, right?
He was 8 years old at the time, and was the only survivor. Apparently he managed to hide in a closet. If this is the birthplace of Konoe's trauma, we'll probably uncover the truth about his father's murder as well.
Yes. Let's do what we came here to do.
I'm inputting the keyword now. Everyone, get ready to enter.
This room. Are we inside the house now?
Looks like it. 20 years into the past.
Whoa, who's that?
Is that Konoe's father?
You little shit. What do you think feeds you every day, huh? I swear you're just a bill. All you do is eat up my hard-earned money.
Stop.
Don't talk back to me.
Somebody, please.
No, I can't watch this anymore.
Keeping you around's a real pain in the ass. Maybe I should just kill you two.
Two?
If she just handed over the money when I told her to. Nobody ever takes me seriously.
No, not Mom. You didn't.
Here he comes, enemy of evil, champion of those in need. Listen up, viewers. It's time to band together and call for Zephyr Man, protector of justice. Zephyr Man!
Guess I left the TV on.
Okay, I get it now. There are no heroes. No one's coming to save me, except to me. I have to become stronger. I have to. I will kill him. And then I'll be the hero.
What the fuck are you mumbling about, you freak? Not like it matters. You'll be joining your mother soon enough. I'll kill you! It's like I'm some kind of joke to people. You want to die? Trust me, I'll be glad to get rid of you.
This guy's sick! He really killed his own wife over some money? Unbelievable. That monster! How could anyone do something so awful?
Is everyone alright?
Better than alright! Feels great knowing we put that asswipe in his place!
Akira Konoe.
If what we just saw actually happened in the past,
Then Akira Konoe escaped an abusive childhood and avenged his mother by killing his own father. He must have framed the entire thing as a robbery in order to avoid suspicion.
You're saying he's a victim of some high and mighty shitbag too?
He must have felt so trapped. There was nobody he could turn to.
So he set out to become his own hero, and the power to change hearts helped him do just that.
It's just too sad. There had to be another way. There just had to.
Hey, cool it! Whatever his past was, it doesn't justify what he's doing now. Nothing makes it okay for him to take control of people against their will. If we don't stop him now, more and more people are gonna get hurt. You're all thinking the same thing, aren't you? My thoughts exactly.
Right. If we don't stop him here, then nothing's ever going to change. Let's do everything we can for now.
While it's true we need to change Konoe's heart, let's not forget we also need to save those whose desires he's stolen.
And it's time we bust out the calling card.
Oh yeah! That's kind of your thing, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll change his heart and take back everyone's desires.
Okay, let's head back to the car and come up with a plan.